most people that think Gimp is someone with Gimp also means spirit. Oh, no, but my mother put me and she said, she would give me up.
Dan was born when I was 18 years old. I had a very difficult time delivering him. He had a lot of problems breathing. He had some oxygen deprivation, and they determined that he had cerebral palsy. Danny's father was never able to cope with the realization that Dan was brain damaged and that he would be like that, and wanted me to institutionalize him so that he and I could have a normal life. So I guess Danny's father and I divorced in 1979, so he would have been 6 years old. You know, I treated him just the same as I would have treated any normal baby.
Danny, can I lean you forward and get your hips back a little better? Is that all right? You a little excited? Try that. Better? Yeah. All right.
Sam wished he'd yell. It's a lot easier not to tell somebody what he wants to know when he's yelling at you. Sam's mother had been looking back and forth between her husband and her son. I do wish you'd put Sam in another school, she said. I hear about that sort of thing in other schools once in a while, and I just thought maybe something like that might be going on at Alcott. Just like that, the idea came to you, huh?
Okay. Just say them after me. I. A. U. Ow. Oi.
The psychologist had said that Dan was not capable of handling a mainstreamed environment, nor was he educationally ready for that level. You're gonna go sit at your desk now?
No. No. Because I understand. I was intelligent person inside of the good body.
Sit Danny right there. They wanted to maintain and keep him in a special education environment and curriculum. They didn't want to offer him any kind of a mainstream program.
Eskimo kiss. Eskimo kiss.
So I took it upon myself to start making some phone calls to a couple of the local high schools, and Parkville was one of the high schools.
2 into 18? 9 times. X to the third divided by x. X squared. Minus sign. 2 into 512. 56. The x divided by x cancels out. What's this? This is a general trinomial. Not a perfect trinomial.
What a nightmare. Tuesday, the first day of school. He came home, I was in tears, he was in tears. I was like, oh my God, what have I done? You know, they told me he would fail, and here he's failing. Tuesday, Wednesday, the poor child sat up in the study trying to do his homework. 3, 4 hours, sometimes 9 o'clock at night he'd still be there.
Okay, Uncle Blank visited at Christmas. What was his name? Look on the list there. Who you think it was?
Jack.
Who?
Jack.
Say it again. Jack? Uncle Jack?
Behind the claws now we have what are called the walking legs, but they also have a little structure here which I wouldn't call a claw because of its size, but these would be
Pincers.
pincers. Very good.
Okay, then when it's finished, clear your screen. And check it 2 times.
Dear Mr. Weeks, could we change our April 27th date, Mr. Weeks, to meet from 9 until 4 o'clock instead of from 10 o'clock until 5? I would not ask this change had you not originally suggested the earlier hour.
Be
responsible as well. And you don't need this person with you all the time. I mean, you can. I'd never done anything like this before, and I came over and found Dan listening to his music at 10 volume and moving around, jumping around this room. And I said, Laura, what did you do? And why did you get yourself involved in this? I couldn't understand a word he said, and he was babbling on, and his mom was understanding everything. I wanted to be able to do it, but I really didn't think I was ever going to understand him. And the next day I came, and there was no one in the house but Dan. And I said, oh my God, what do I do? She has been somebody to what? Pal around with?
Yeah.
And somebody to talk to. Okay.
I got it.
Ben, you got it?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
so
don't believe it. A.
C.
B minus C. That's a 1. That's 32. 2 into 512. 56. The x divided by x
still ready to eat this now? Okay. Does it feel all right?
Yeah.
What I thought when I looked at it yesterday, Dan, I thought that your proportions were just perfect, you know, in terms of that you've got a good shape to where the cap sits on the head. I guess one of our first reaction was, how do we get around this? Or how do we even possibly move Dan out, that he doesn't really belong in there? Ultimately, we realized is that we could adapt. You've given him a powerful neck, and when I look at the photocopy, you know, I'm very aware of the fact that this guy's an athlete, masculine, you know, he has a very powerful neck, and I thought in terms of that you should know how important necks are in terms of muscles. With the head stick, you know, it's his head writing, the same as calligraphy or handwriting is my handwriting. And so he has his head writing, which is his marks, which are very personal to him. Every piece he makes is somewhat of a self-portrait, in that they have a very specific reference to who he is and his physical conditions. It's descriptive, and those who want to read it, I think there's a lot of communication there on many levels. One of my biggest fears was, it's like, I started thinking in terms of, oh my gosh, oil paint, where's it going to go? You know, who's it going to be on?
Buying a place? A piece? From your artwork? Someone wants to buy it?
Really?
Big bucks.
Someone wants to
Keplinger,
buy
big
your
bucks.
picture? Yeah! Hold out for over 1,000.
Big bucks, big bucks.
Isn't that great? He did another one. You did that other face one that was like half and half, but I didn't see this one yet.
What'd you use, Dan, in your mouth?
Head stick? Head stick.
That's
Amazing, isn't it?
I'm just like so concrete. I can never figure out the shadowing, you know?
She can't draw a stick figure.
I can. That's too abstract.
This is Miss Anna. And this is Annette. She's got a piece in here too. Do you have something here? Ah, this, you did that one? That's really good.
Take it easy. You got fish in here.
looks to going away to school. He wants to go to college and he wants to go away to school. And this is a good transition for him.
Going long ways like this? Or do you want it coming out? Coming out? All right. Like right here, centered like by the radiator? All right.
The project right now is the house. You know, trying to get the house adapted for Dan to live in.
You want to get down? Yeah. You want to walk it?
He so thrives on the success that he's having in school that, he fears that something will interfere with that. And, it's because he can't do things himself and he needs somebody to do it. He's really fearful. He's very fearful.
Hey, Dan. How you doing? What'd you go try to roll? What did you do? Did you have a good day at school? Yeah.
Hello? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, is Laura on her way up?
Yep, I'll come now.
Okay. Granny should be here most any minute.
Okay.
Thanks.
I live in Connecticut and I go to school in Massachusetts, so I really don't get a chance to come down very often. I come back twice a year, usually at Christmas and sometime in the spring or in the summer. And I'm only down for 2 days right now, and it probably won't be another visit until the end of the summer. We do all kinds of things. We go to movies, make dinners, go on picnics, go for drives, shopping, all kinds of things. Anything I do with any other friend. She has changed some for the better because she isn't as uptight as she used to be. Okay. I don't know if I should be mad at you for saying that. I guess that's what I should say. I didn't know I was so uptight before, but sometimes it does get lonely, but I don't really think about it much.
Yeah.
Danny, I'm going to start entering your classes into the system now. Let's put that one in first. Let's see, and your PIN number, 3857. 57. Okay, they haven't told me there's a problem. Let's try your next one. What's this MassCom 214? Okay, I need to add that one. And, uh-oh. Danny, this class is filled. There isn't a space left in there for you. What do you want to do? Take. Fuchs? Oh. Can you spell it? F O L K. Oh, folk. L I T. Folk literature?
Yeah.
You want to take folk literature?
Yeah.
Okay, let's try it.
What is the assignment? Can you get my books from my bag? Can you put my books in my bag, please?
Use your voice as beautiful Betty.
Use your voice as Dr. Dennis. Use your voice as April Ernie.
Use your voice as Rail Rank.
Use your voice as Huge Fairy.
Too huge for you, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, you have two ways to communicate. One is by speech and one is with your voice synthesizer. But you still have to follow the rules of communication. You always look at the person that you're talking to.
Nobody knows the real Dan, not even my mom. I am worried that people will not talk to me but to the computer.
No, wait.
Flexibility in accommodating last-minute assignments, ability to prioritize workload. As we said, practitioner's job is obviously fast-paced, a lot of deadlines and that type of thing. Most entry-level public relations and advertising positions do require some knowledge of desktop design and graphic design, just basic knowledge. I'm not asking you to be artistic people necessarily, so that you can work with the designer.
Me. I find so and I will and because of the picture.
As you get into this area, this is like a real deep, dark violet, right? On the edges of this, you have some green, having a little bit more of a transition maybe between that violet and that green. You know, you just have to like keep building that a little bit further. Maybe you have to build this part of it up a little so that's more obvious or described a little bit more. Are you maybe gonna let me try using that and see what it's like? All right. it hasn't really been that arduous or difficult or anything like that working with Danny. In a lot of ways, it's just like working with any other student. I think my head's bigger than yours. All right, let's see. How is it like watching me do this? Yeah. See, I can tell from doing this that it is really hard probably to mix paint, right?
Yeah.
You know, if I had more students that had the commitment, kind of the force behind things that Danny does, my job would be a lot easier. I have students, you know, that complain sometimes because I give them a project and they have to go outside and paint. You know, that's really inconvenient. And I say, well, painting isn't convenient, you know, it's not what it's about. I think maybe Danny understands that there's not really always easy solutions to things.
That form of the house and those stairs going up to the roof and then another stairs going up to the skies, sort of very precariously balanced. Somehow I couldn't help to think about some of your feelings, how you have to feel dealing with spaces. And the discipline of the sculpture is very much deals with the space, form and space, and our understanding and interaction with that. I see here some elements of the, again, sort of unbalanced, that stairs going diagonally, that it's sort of almost like falling, moving, that tension or that drive almost to get away from that enclosure.
second set of stairs, the small ones are going here, right?
Yeah.
And then the little ones are going to go on the top, right? Now, where do you want this one to go? Just like that?
I was thinking about human spirit. You know, I think it's probably the most powerful thing on earth. It's that spirit. I think our bodies are prisons of that spirit. It struck me, your willpower and that spirit. And I think something that lots of people, I wish, could have a little bit of that spirit with their healthy bodies.
I made this myself. No recipe, no previous experience. No. It's crazy. All right. Here you go.
All right, right.
Crazy.
Do one, two. If I hit pepper, you eat one too. You go first. No, no. Ah, you think you're funny, man. I'm not falling for that. Here, look at it.
Dan, are you almost finished school now? Oh, okay. Yeah, are you graduating soon? Yeah, I'm graduating in May.
What's not here? It's got a piercing.
Somehow along the line, when we were a lot younger, 15, 16, 14, or younger, Dan got the name the King Gimp, because he is truly the king Gimp in his throne, in his mobile throne. There he is.
Yeah.
Did it.